Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So, as always, I'd like to thank everybody who's been liking and sharing my videos around. It's really grateful and it's helping my channel grow. And hello to all my new subscribers and people that have subscribed anyway. It's great to have you here. Thank you very much. Anyway, today on the channel we're going to be looking at this game called, I think it's pronounced omno or omno, I suppose. Now, this is a atmospheric adventure puzzle game which is using like a low poly count type of art style. It has a bunch of levels. I think there's five or six, and each level you need to go around collecting bits and pieces to open a door for the exit and solving puzzles in order to collect everything and 100% each of the levels. But what's very lovely about this game is how calm and charming and relaxing and just how relaxing the game is. It has such a nice, pleasant soundtrack, and it has this wonderful world where you kind of benefit from exploration and the way in which you walk around the areas and look about. You kind of get lost in this musical atmosphere where you're just zoned away into this little world where you're away with the fairies almost. And it's kind of amazing how such a beautiful game and such a simple idea can have such an amazing effect on your calm state and your mood, so to speak. And the music and the animations and everything just really blend together into this lovely world where you benefit from it on a level where you are almost Zen-like meditating, if that makes sense. You know, it challenges you in a way where you're still trying to do the puzzles, but they're never frustrating even if you fail because you're calm with it. It's so simply satisfying to just chill and unwind to the game, and the reward-based nature of the collection items and the progression of each of the puzzles and everything is really just so well done. It's really well put together, and if you like games that are out there like this before, like Journey and other bits and pieces, there's a few other ones that I want to review on the channel as well from indie developers, but this one took my attention purely at the time that I wanted to highlight here on the channel, and it just has this great simple visual and relaxing nature to it, and it just really spoke to me on a personal level, so to speak. You can say you've had a stressful week at work or you're needing to unwind. A game like this really has that nailed down because it's not trying to do anything other than be a good puzzle platform adventure game, but there's no insane combat, there's no insane story, there's no in-depth everything, there's no craziness. It's not trying to do things like all the other games do. It's trying to be a eventual puzzle game with atmospheric nature, so to speak, if that makes sense. And it's just such a good game. It's beautiful. It really is. It's got one of those things that just really marries up with gameplay where it has a difference in how the game's played, and it just goes to show you that a game doesn't just need to be, all guns blazing, shooting, FPS races or whatever. They can have different styles of game that have different meanings to people, or different ways to mess around with the person who's playing it, so to speak, and to be able to really chill people out and relax them to the extent where they're, like I say, almost meditating whilst playing it, is something I deem as quite a feat, and the game really knocks it out of the park like that. Yeah, it's not difficult. It doesn't need to be difficult. It's not trying to be difficult. There's the odd puzzle, which, again, even though if you don't understand it straight away, you pretty much figure it out quite easily. And because it's such a calm soundtrack and lovely atmospheric nature to the game, it just doesn't ever feel like it's a problem that you failed a puzzle, if that makes sense. You just do it again and you're fine, and you don't even think about it. And it's just really one of those beautiful games where you're like, wow, who came up with this type of thing? Because, like I say, it's almost like a Zen-like nature to it. Well, really just, it sang true to me, and I really enjoyed it, and that's why I wanted to highlight it here on the channel mostly. The game's not trying to break barriers, and it's not trying to be the best of X, Y, Z type of thing, but what it is doing is being original and creative and showing something from a calm side of a gaming medium, if that makes sense. You can just stand around and just take in the soundtrack and the vibes of the game that it's giving off, and it's like, wow, that thing. And you just don't expect it, if that makes sense. People get so used to playing the same things all the time, and this game just has a general difference, if that makes sense. And I can't help but thoroughly enjoy it. And like I say, there's not many levels. It's got a really easy trophy set as well. You basically just complete the game, collect everything, and do all the puzzles, and you've got the platinum. And that's about it. But, people don't play these games for the trophies, I don't think. They play the game for its rich detail and the amazing creatures that you're finding around the planet, and the difference in gameplay with the difference in gameplay with many other games out there, and how this is so different to them. And like I say, it's such a chilled game and really happy, and I can't really fault it. Yeah, it's not hundreds of points out of 10. It's not 100%, nowhere near. But what it is an ambitious game where they are really trying to do something different in the way in which the gamer interacts with the game, or has that level of connection to the game, if that makes sense. Like I said, if you're ever having a stressful day, something like this will really just help you meditate away. Which, sometimes you need. I really do think you need that sometimes. It really does help to chill out and unwind, as opposed to playing something that's a violent shooter or something. Something like this is very mellow, if that makes sense. And yeah, if you do want to know anything more about the game, please just drop the questions down below and I will get back to you. But there's not a grand deal more to say than what I've said there, because basically it just runs along the same type of formula from the first level for all the other levels. You collect all the items, you find all the things to activate the door opening, which generally means you need to complete all the puzzles. There's a couple of artifacts in each level for you to pick up and find, and that generally is it. So the general gist of the game itself is very simple, but the reason I wanted to show people it was not because of its simplicity of the game or like that. It was more to do with the way in which the game plays and how it makes you, like I said earlier on, it helps you almost meditate out and chill, which for me, is so different in the realm of the world of games in general. You don't really get that a lot, I don't think. Obviously, as you go through the levels, they change colour and atmosphere, and there's different creatures to find, and they're not just all the same type of level over and over and over again. It's a different world and a different thing, so to speak. And yeah, apart from that, there's not a great deal more to say. But this game has been on sale a few times now already. I think I picked it up on sale, so I wanted to put it out anyway for people to see, because it's probably one of those niche games that are not going to get a grand deal of limelight, and I wanted to show you it all. Anyway, like I say, if you do have anything to ask, just drop the questions down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, maybe. Never say that. But otherwise, thanks for joining me here today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.